What's going on, everyone? This is your boy, the Devil's Advocate, your humble servant, and I'm back with another one. Let's get into it. So, a few days ago, we took a listen to what this young lady had to say about her experience meeting a guy at her school gym who she thought was attractive and how his initiative to introduce himself to her was appreciated. And that video, by the way, is linked below. Make sure you listen to it and don't just take my word for anything I say in this video. She describes her interaction with him as all positive. If you notice, she doesn't describe anything negative about him or physically give any indication that she thought he was creepy. She actually allowed for them to be in close proximity with each other and even talked about how she subliminally followed his lead outside of the gym. And although she didn't actually say what is quoted in the thumbnail, I wanted you guys to pick up what she was unconsciously saying without her actually being literal in her language. In essence, I wanted for you guys to understand that most women you introduce yourself to, especially in gyms or bars, probably will not have that reaction towards you. They will not think you're hot, nor will they allow you guys to stand close by each other. And thus, we arrive here today where I realized that video was kind of a half glass empty kind of take, a pessimistic point of view, if you will. I think they call it red pill or black pill in some YouTube spaces. So yeah, I didn't want to just go out like that and just assume that all is bad when you try to introduce yourself to women. So today we're going to listen to her again, this time with the glass half full perspective. I don't want you guys to go around being pessimistic about the interactions you may have with women, all because you may not be a hot guy. I understand that looks are not really everything, but this time I want to point out all the positive of what her story can mean for you guys. So let's begin.
Guys, I'm literally so fucking awkward and I'm so angry.
So this is a good thing. She's being self-reflective. Most women, you don't see them doing that. And I'm not saying this young lady would actually talk like this when you're around, but that's good that she's self-aware. And when you do meet women, sometimes them being awkward is a good thing. I'm not saying that 100% means that they like you or find you attractive. That just means they're kind of more real, if I can, for the lack of a better term. Because one of the worst things when you meet people is that they try to come off all cool. They give one-word answers. The tone is very boring. There's no enthusiasm. So it's kind of cool meeting people who are awkward, especially if you meet them at the same place that you're at and they have the same interests, but you're not just all trying to be all perfect. That's the best.
Because, tell me why. I was at the gym, I was about to leave, and this guy, really hot, really attractive guy, he taps me on the shoulder. He's like, hey, you're really pretty. And I was like, thank you.
So guys, you'll never know whether you're attractive to a woman unless you take the initiative to introduce yourself to her. I know in the last video I said that most of the time you probably won't be, but you'll never know. If you do this enough, you'll meet women who think you're attractive. So don't let whether you're ugly, if you think you're, just ugly, hideous, don't let that stop you. And some women, even if they don't like you, they'll still have this reaction towards you. They'll still show some enthusiasm. I mean, it's not like it's an absolute or it's not so black and white where if they don't find you attractive, they'll report you for sexual assault. I mean, if you ever go out, you've had positive conversations with women who you had no intention of getting together with, that you just did not find attractive. So it does go both ways for women and men. We just emphasize men's plight, if you want to call it that.
Nothing else. And then he walks off. And then we end up walking in the same direction. So he's a couple steps in front of me. And as we're crossing the street, I notice he's walking slower. And he kind of slows down. And he turns around. And he's like, are you following me? And I was like, no, I'm just on my way home.
And see, guys, she was attracted to him, so she put herself within close distance so he can be able to make his move. And you see that grunt she did at the end? She was frustrated it didn't go the way she wanted it to. And that's what I want you guys to observe out here. I want you guys to experience when a woman is interested in you, she'll come up to you. She won't hardcore do it and start a conversation per se, but she'll get next to you. She'll stand by you. She'll maybe even sit next to you at the bar or even get on the machine at the gym next to you. So, yeah, it's a great takeaway that, in fact, you need to just observe what they do and not what they say. Most women, in my experience, personally, they'll never just start a conversation with you unless they're blatantly trying to get something out of you.
So me and my social anxiety attempt to start a conversation. I was like, what school do you go to?
And here we can appreciate her self-awareness, saying that she does have social anxiety. Again, they won't say this in public to any dude that they're talking to that they have social anxiety, but here she's doing this video for us to view in public, and you can appreciate that she's just self-aware, not trying to how do I want to say it? Place any blame on the guy for it not going how she wanted it to. In essence, yeah, she's taking accountability, and you don't see that too often, so we can respect her for that. That was goofy. She asked what school he goes to. And yeah, that's cool too. You've had conversations, guys. I want you guys to think back to when you talk to women, and whether some of them were, they may have started out awkward, they end up saying something goofy, they just ask something goofy. I mean, those conversations are the best to have when women, again, don't try to be perfect or stush about anything. And I will acknowledge that the biggest tragedy in life is not being able to be goofy as a guy. I mean, you pretty much have to be smooth. You almost damn near have to be perfect, at least in my observations with women. I mean, you can't just be like a nerdy, Poindexter-ish kind of lack of words guy. You have to just come with it. So I do acknowledge that. I do acknowledge it's a struggle out here, or it can be. So women can be goofy, and men, you cannot be goofy. Just accept it.
And so we have small talk about our majors and what we're studying. And he's like, oh, well, it was really great meeting you. And he walks away. And I didn't ask for his number. I should have stopped him. Will, if you're seeing this.
And there we have it, guys. You see that if women do find you attractive, they'll make some sort of initiative to be next to you at least. No, maybe even try to start a conversation with you. Not always, but sometimes they will. And you do want women to have enthusiasm towards you. They may not full-fledged be this enthusiastic as she's being in front of a camera in front of you, but you do want them to, kind of spark something or add to the spark. So what are some things we can take away from her video? First off, you could be that hot guy she's talking about. You never know. So I don't want you guys to count yourself out with any movement that you meet. Just keep it pushing. If they don't show interest, they don't add anything to anything, just keep it moving. Don't get too emotional about it. Second of all, shout out to her, this young lady, for being self-aware, for being honest on camera for us to observe and listen. You don't really see that in public, so thank God we have the internet. And last but not least, sometimes the glass is half full. Sometimes you do need to just have a positive outlook and things will start going the way you want them to. So everyone, thanks for taking the time to listen. That's all I got for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Let's get a conversation going. If you think what I'm saying is bullshit, if you agree with me, comment below. Let me know what you think. Make sure you share this video as well. I'm out of here. See you at the next one.